Divorce is one of those words you think only applies to other people. The neighbors, celebrities, that one couple in your extended family who just couldn't make it work. You never think it will be your story, until suddenly it is. I was 41 when my marriage ended. 14 years together. 2 kids, a mortgage, a dog we fought over more than the furniture. We weren't perfect, but I thought we were steady. Turns out, steady can rot underneath without you noticing. The last year was full of signs I refused to see. Dinners eaten in silence, each of us scrolling on our phones. Arguments about nothing that felt like everything, what show to watch, who left dishes in the sink, how much time I spent at work. Nights she rolled to her side of the bed and pulled the blanket like it was a wall. One night she said it plain. "I'm not happy." I laughed at first, a sharp nervous sound. Who is happy all the time? Marriage is work. Everyone knows that. But she wasn't talking about rough patches. She was talking about a void she couldn't fill by staying. A week later, she told me she wanted a divorce. The months that followed felt like walking through a dream where everything looked familiar but nothing felt real. Meetings with lawyers. Splitting bank accounts. Dividing belongings that once felt like ours. Do you want the couch or the armchair? Whose name goes on the lease? Every object became a battlefield. The day the papers were signed, we walked out of the courthouse together, then turned in opposite directions without a hug, without even a handshake. Just nothing. 14 years ending with 2 people walking away down separate sidewalks. I moved into a small apartment. 1 bedroom, bland beige walls, furniture that didn't creak with history. At first, it felt like freedom. Nobody to argue with about toothpaste caps or thermostat settings. Just silence. But silence quickly curdled into loneliness. The first night alone, I sat on the floor surrounded by boxes and cried into a takeout container. The dog went with her, the kids stayed half the week with me, half with her. When they weren't there, the apartment felt like a mausoleum. Too quiet. Too empty. I tried filling the silence with noise. TV shows running in the background. Music blasting while I cooked for one. But the noise only made the emptiness louder. You don't realize how much of life's meaning comes from sharing stupid little moments until you have no one to share them with. Dating apps felt like a cruel joke. Swipe, chat, ghost. Everyone seemed younger, freer, less scarred. I went on a couple of dates, but the conversations felt like job interviews. I'd sit there thinking, I used to have someone who already knew everything about me. Now I'm trying to sell myself to strangers. It felt degrading. Friends tried to help. They invited me out, bought me drinks, told me I'd find someone better. I smiled, nodded, played along. But when I came home, the loneliness was waiting, curled up on the couch like a pet I never wanted. The worst was Sundays. When the kids were with their mom, the hours stretched like rubber bands. I'd wander the grocery store aimlessly, buy food I didn't really want, cook meals that nobody else ate. I'd find myself scrolling through old photos, vacations, birthdays, anniversaries, until I felt sick. The memories weren't comforting. They were knives. I kept the wedding ring in a drawer for months. I couldn't bring myself to throw it away. Sometimes, when I was drunk enough, I'd take it out and turn it over in my hand, wondering how something that once symbolized forever could now feel like a piece of scrap metal. Therapy helped a little. The therapist told me loneliness after divorce is normal, that it's like phantom limb syndrome. You get used to someone's presence, and when it's gone, your body and mind still reach for it. Knowing that didn't make it hurt less, but it made me feel less insane. My kids were the only thing keeping me tethered. When they were around, the apartment came alive. Laughter, toys scattered across the floor, arguments over homework. It felt like breathing again. But when they left, the silence hit twice as hard. People kept telling me time would heal. That eventually I'd adjust. But time doesn't heal, it just teaches you how to carry the emptiness without dropping it. The loneliness doesn't vanish. You just build routines around it. Work, gym, Netflix, repeat. Life becomes a series of distractions. It's been 2 years now. I've gotten used to the apartment, to the solitude. But used to isn't the same as okay. I still wake up some mornings reaching for a body that isn't there. I still check my phone at night, half hoping for a message that will never come. Divorce didn't just take my marriage. It took the version of me who believed in permanence, who believed love could be enough if you worked hard at it. That man is gone. What's left is someone smaller, quieter, lonelier. I know I'm supposed to end this with hope. With lessons learned, a new perspective, a silver lining. But the truth is, there are nights when the silence still feels like it's swallowing me whole. Nights when I wonder if I'll ever be seen again the way she once saw me. Nights when the empty apartment feels like it's laughing at me. Loneliness after divorce isn't dramatic. It's not the stuff of movies. It's not tears in the rain or dramatic speeches. It's quiet dinners alone. It's laughing at a TV show and realizing nobody else heard the joke. It's walking past a couple holding hands and feeling like you've been exiled from a world you used to belong to. And that's where I am. 2 years out, still standing, still functioning. But empty in ways I don't know how to fill. Some people say divorce is a chance to start over. Maybe for them. For me, it's just an ending. And endings, no matter how you dress them up, are lonely.